Most exciting new wrestling stars these days seem to emerge from Britain or Japan, but the stiff strikes and no sells off released German suplexes might have overshadowed another hotbed of talent, Mexico. And now several of Lucha Libre's biggest stars are apparently looking to get out of their current contracts, while another has just been released. Wrestling Inc. is reporting Impact Wrestling have released Daiga after he requested to get out some time ago. Impact was trying to get him to re-sign, but finally relented yesterday. Daiga debuted for Impact 29 years ago, back in February 2019, after previously wrestling for Lucha Underground. This made him part of the 2019 WrestleMania weekend's Team Lucha Underground vs Team Impact match, where he won alongside Aerostar, Drago, and Marty the Moth, defeating Brian Cage, Eddie Edwards, Moose, and Tommy Dreamer. Daiga is also the current AAA Latin American champion, and in August this year, he married Tessa Blanchard, arguably the biggest free agent in wrestling right now. Seemingly celebrating his release and teasing something new on the horizon, Daiga tweeted, "Life is unpredictable, and you never know what is coming next. Don't ever get too comfortable. Always be ready to change," in capitals. Wrestling Inc. adds that when they interviewed Daiga last March, he said his aim is to grow in the American market, suggesting he'll be looking at an AEW or WWE now he's left Impact. But he'll have some lucha competition for contracts, as two other top Mexican stars, who are the current Ring of Honor World and TV champions no less, are reportedly looking for their next promotion too. The Wrestling Observer is reporting real-life brothers Rush and Dragon Lee, who are the ROH World and TV champions respectively, have their contracts expiring imminently. Dragon Lee's deal expires in just over a month on the 1st of December, while Rush's runs out sometime before the end of 2020. While they both hold titles in the promotion, neither have been used for ROH's TV tapings because of their very strict coronavirus precautions in place, which rule out flying in foreign talent. Rush's deal, interestingly, is in conjunction with ROH's Mexican partner promotion, CMLL, which will expire at the same time, completely freeing him up to wrestle outside of the CMLL New Japan ROH faction. Rush is one of the biggest Mexican stars of the last 5 years, winning multiple championships in CMLL, where in 2014 he formed Los Ignorables with La Sombra. Los Ignorables would then spin off into its very successful New Japan faction, which boasts current IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Champion Naito, while La Sombra went on to become Andrade in WWE. One of those worked out better than the other. Rush re-signed with ROH last year, when the talent war between WWE, AEW, New Japan, and ROH dramatically increased wrestlers' money, after reportedly being advised to go there instead of WWE by his Ignorables buddy, with Meltzer noting Andrade's advice was that WWE wasn't what it was cracked up to being. Rush retweeted a Sports Illustrated article last year, though, about him wanting to move to WWE to become the top star in America and be reunited with Andrade, where they can both get ignored in the draft. Before we get on with the rest of this episode, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to this video's sponsor, Keeps. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a hair-losing scourge here on WrestleTalk recently. Head hair, beards, even eyebrows keep disappearing. Oh god, get that image away from me. And it's not just limited to WrestleTalk. 2 out of every 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. And the best way to prevent losing your hair then is to take action while you still have it. Ain't that right, Luke?
Yeah.
This is where Keeps comes in, where you can visit a doctor online and get hair loss medication delivered right to your door hassle-free every 3 months. Prevention and consistency is key, as Keeps treatments typically take between 4 to 6 months to see results. It's important to act fast, as the sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save. So take action now and prevent hair loss by going to keeps.com/WrestleTalk using our links below to get 50% off your first order. Please at least check them out, as it doesn't just support us all here at WrestleTalk, it also supports your hair. I advise WWE management to also sign up to Keeps, because the latest news of them being under investigation by local authorities would be enough to start pulling your hair out. Although maybe it's too late for you, Trips. and Shawn Michaels. And Matt Bloom. But not you, Vince McMahon, with your luscious thick hair made of steak. WFTV is reporting that the Orange County Department of Health has instructed a strike team, go arrest coronavirus Vic Mackey, to investigate businesses in town they suspect of spreading COVID-19. And of the 17 sites listed, 3 of them are WWE's. With WWE Full Sail, where they were taping NXT and 205 Live until last month, the WWE Performance Center, which is now called the Capitol Wrestling Center, get with the branding strike team, and the site of the Thunderdome, the Amway Center, where all WWE's main roster shows are broadcast from on the list. WWE has experienced multiple outbreaks across their venues, with scores of wrestlers, talent, and staff reportedly testing positive since the pandemic began. WWE replied to the investigation reports with a statement. WWE is not open to the public, but rather operating on a closed set with only essential personnel in attendance. As part of ongoing weekly testing protocols, Aventus Labs have administered more than 10,000 PCR tests to WWE performers, employees, production staff, and crew, resulting in only 1.5% positive cases as compared to the current national average of more than 5%. Additionally, extensive contact tracing takes place and impacted individuals are placed in 14-day quarantine and then only cleared after they test negative. And it's that sort of robust PR response that gets WWE named Corporation of the Year. Who gives out those awards? Lex Luthor? WWE has been named the 2019 Corporation of the Year by the PR News Corporate Social Responsibility and Non-Profit Awards, mostly due to their genuinely very good charity work, but that is rather karmically undone if you believe in that kind of ethics stuff by also maintaining a morally abhorrent business relationship with Saudi Arabia. Stephanie McMahon celebrated the news by tweeting, "So proud of the WWE community team and all their hard work to make WWE the 2020 Corporation of the Year at this year's PR News CSR and Non-Profit Awards. WWE's mission is to put smiles on faces, and it could not be done without the hard work and passion of this incredible team." Which AEW's Jake Hager responded to by saying, "Laughing my ass off, I guess lying about over 37 million in quarterly profits so you can fire over 300 people during a worldwide pandemic is a category for an award." Tagging in Andrew Yang, the current main political driving force behind getting wrestlers classed as employees instead of independent contractors, which got a response from Yang himself. "Time will change under new leadership. Thumbs up emoji, flag of the United States emoji." And Hager wasn't the only one shooting hard on WWE. Their own independent contractor was too. Thanks for your support on Patreon, LL Cool J Pause. Because this Friday's SmackDown has been bumped to FS1 instead of the main Fox channel by Game 3 of the World Series Sports, WWE tweeted a reminder of the channel change to fans with a picture of all the top champions on SmackDown. You've got Tribal Chief and Blue Universal Champion Roman Reigns, Women's Champion Bayley, and was red but now it's Blue Tag Champions the Street Profits. Yep, that's definitely all the champions I can think of on SmackDown. Which is why we need double Intercontinental Champion and 17th overall draft pick Sami Zayn to remind us he's on that show too by tweeting, "Great pick of all the champions on SmackDown," with a gif of Bryan Cranston screaming. He can look forward to getting bumped even further down the pecking order as Halloween approaches, which means the part-timers rise from the ground. The very reliable WrestleVotes has tweeted, "The upcoming 22nd of November Survivor Series pay-per-view will be built around the 30th anniversary of The Undertaker, including him making a live appearance on the show. A source states, as of now, The Undertaker will not be wrestling at the event. Although not wrestling could also mean literally burying your favourite main roster wrestler under the earth in a cinematic match." Undertaker made his debut 30 years ago on the 19th of November 1990 and hasn't been seen on WWE TV since he defeated AJ Styles and kayfabe murdered Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson at WrestleMania 36's Boneyard match. Perhaps he can go to NXT, as according to Fightful Select, there is a lot of frustration in the promotion promotion because of how many injuries it's racked up, with Tegan Knox, Kyle O'Reilly and Ridge Holland all recently being put on the shelf, along with Karrion Kross having to vacate the NXT title the Wednesday after winning it due to a shoulder injury, and current NXT champion Finn Balor breaking his jaw at TakeOver 31, also putting him out of action. And because they kayfabe wrote off Adam Cole for a few weeks, the roster was described as bare bones. Bare bones, title of your wrestling pay-per-view. Or sex tape, that one works for both. At least Kross appears to be nearing full recovery, as Scarlett Bordeaux has posted a training video of him on her Instagram where he's using women in bikinis as weights. Unfortunately, we end on sad news today. Former WCW wrestler Johnny Meadows, whose real name was John Condrone, has died of COVID-19 complications. Johnny's Facebook page posted a statement revealing he had been fighting COVID since September 14th and was admitted to hospital on the 21st. Just a week later, he was placed on life support. Then yesterday, a post read, John Condrone, Johnny Meadows, passed away today just before noon, in Marie's loving arms, with his sons and ex-wife close by. The family is so grateful for each of his cherished friends and the BMH staff that provided such great care and compassion. Meadows began his wrestling career in Southeastern Wrestling in 1978 and wrestled for a number of promotions in the territory days, like Georgia Championship Wrestling and Mid-Atlantic, and also appeared for WCW and WWF. He was one of Ric Flair's Stinger's henchmen for the feud against Sting. Fascinatingly, he had a second life following wrestling, where he wrote songs and went on tour with bluegrass groups. Will Roman Reigns debut his new heel faction this Sunday? Click the video on the right for WrestleTalk's Hell in a Cell predictions, and check out our brand new Wrestling Daily Show with Alex McCarthy on Wrestle2, which will have another episode today, so please subscribe over there, and also please check out Keeps to protect your hair. I've been Mr. Davis. Jam that jam.